Welcome to South Central Kitchen, a South Central College and KTV production. I am Chef Michael Broughton, and I am the culinary arts instructor here at South Central College. And today I have second year student Joe is with me. And one thing that is really exciting about this episode that we're doing today is that Joe has opened up a restaurant, and we're going to be actually doing his recipes and making his food. So Joe, tell us a little bit about your restaurant, the type of foods, and where it is.
So my restaurant is Joe's Grill. I'm located at 514 First Avenue South in St. James, Minnesota. Phone number is 507-621-02229. Basically, I got a variety of foods. I'm on a small little town in St. James, and I've been around the world. I'm in the military. So I've been to Germany, I've been to Norway, Iraq, I've been to many countries around. So I've tasted different kinds of foods, and that was my, I got a love for food, so I wanted to bring that to my small little town and have different foods. I have traditional tacos, from traditional tacos to hot wings to burgers. I got a 1.5 pound burger, I got a 40-inch burrito, I got all you can eat tacos, you got a variety. Monday nights I'll have Italian nights. Tuesday night, Latino night. Well, I call it Latino because there's Hondurans, Guatemalans, Mexicans, different kinds of Latinos. So, and on Wednesday nights, vegan, vegetables. So on Thursday night, all-American night, half-hour wings. I'll have burgers, half-hour burgers, chili cheese, broad burgers. Fridays I have seafoods. Saturday I'll have traditional steaks and also different kind of traditional soups.
Wow. Boy, if you can't find something on that menu that you don't love, you'd probably be you're in the wrong place. So today, Joe, tell us a little bit about what we're going to be doing in the style of foods.
Today we're going to introduce you to 3 different traditional Southern Texas style street tacos. What I call them street tacos, they're different from your Taco Bell, Taco John tacos. Today we're going to start out with barbacoa. Traditionally, it's a cheek meat. And also we're going to have tripa tacos and also al pastor. Al pastor is a red sauce with a pineapple, little sweet, little spicy. So
great. And so 3 different styles of tacos we're going to be doing. And can we get these at your restaurant if somebody wanted to come in?
I got these 3 tacos, I got them every day in the mornings, lunch, dinner. So we're open we're open from 6 in the morning till 9 p.m. on Mondays and Thursdays and till midnight on Friday and Saturdays, and you can order any of these tacos anytime.
All right, perfect. Well, let's get started and with our barbacoa. So tell us the ingredients of how you do this.
Today we got barbacoa, which is basically a cheek meat.
So why are you, it's a cheek meat from the cow.
From the cow.
Why do you use that?
It's a more of a tender, more soft, more it's tender meat, so we can use that. And traditionally you put this in a hole. We dig a hole and we cook it overnight. But today, if we want, we're going to teach you how to do it at home with simple ingredients and simple pots and pans.
Perfect. So these ingredients are. Let's go ahead and put this together. So we have our cheek meat here, and where can you find this?
You can find your local grocery market or your meat markets.
Okay, so if you don't see it out there, you can just maybe ask the butcher if they have some in back.
Yep.
All right, perfect. So let's get started. What do we have for our ingredients?
Today we'll need water. We got some garlic, some pepper, and some salt. Basic ingredients. You got your home. You got this at home, so it's basic ingredients.
Today we're going to be using a pressure cooker to cook the meat, but if you don't have one of these, you can use a crock pot. That would work fine. And what's the thing that's the difference between a pressure cooker and a crock pot?
Difference is a pressure cooker, it pressurizes and it steams up the meat and it cooks it faster. It cooks it about 1 hour to 2 hours. Because traditionally, if you put it in a crock pot, you basically put it overnight, let it simmer on real low, and let it cook overnight till it becomes nice and tender.
Okay, so let's get started.
So we're just going to add the water to the pot.
And you have about 2 cups of
2 cups of water, about a tablespoon of garlic, about a teaspoon of pepper, about a teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to mix it up. Let it marinate in there. You don't really have to marinate it overnight. We just kind of mix it in there, get the flavors all mixed in the meat. So you get a nice, so when you get it out, it'll be nice and juicy.
So very simple ingredients you're using. And so you're gonna, the flavor of that meat is really gonna come through. And what would happen if somebody said, well, I like mine a little bit more spicy? What are some things that if you wanted to make this more spicy that you could add to it if you wanted to?
You can add some chili powder, different chili powders, but traditionally it's just the regular seasonings, and you can add the chili at the end, the tacos. So right now we got it all mixed in there. We're gonna put it in our pressure cooker.
So we're gonna just put this in the pressure cooker, or if you don't have one, the crock pot. And then you're going to just put the lid on here.
Put the lid on there.
And so, and we turn this on. And so once we turn this on, what's going to happen is you're going to get a little steam releasing from here, but majority of that pressure is going to be in here. And it decreases your cooking time.
Decrease your cooking time by a lot. And in about an hour, you can open it up, check it, see how I do it. Either grab the tongues, try to grab the meat. If it falls apart, it's ready. If not, if it's still a little tough, then we'll put it on for another hour and just.
How about if you were entertaining? Is this something that you could do ahead and then maybe just reheat this?
Yes, something you can do ahead. Like I said, it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you can do it ahead, and just after it's done, you can reheat it. You know, to go, whatever tacos you're gonna make. So.
All right, awesome. That sounds great. I can hardly wait. I'm excited to taste this barbacoa that we're going to be putting together with the other tacos.
Take your food service skills to new heights by enrolling in the Culinary Arts program at South Central College. Find out more at southcentral.edu/culinary.
Welcome back, and we started with the beef barbacoa for our street tacos, and so that is cooking now. And Joe, tell us about the next dish that we're going to be making.
The next dish is it's a Mexican tradition, or a real delicate plate. It's called tripas, which is basically beef intestines out of the animal. And today we're going to show you what they look like, how to clean them, and how to boil them. There's a lot of people, if you don't cook these, clean them and cook them correctly, you're going to have they don't taste good. So I've gone to restaurants where they don't taste good. So we basically take the intestines, and I cut them up in pieces. I run them through the faucet, try to clean the inside. And today, after we got them all clean, then after that we're going to blanch them.
So basically, you're going to take your the intestines and you're going to rinse them under some water, and kind of like you're putting a garden hose up to that and clean them.
Yep, that's how we do it. Yep.
And then you cut them down into about 4 to 6 inch.
4 to 6 inches, just easy to handle.
Okay, perfect.
Because the intestines are long, so I try to cut them in pieces, so just easy to handle.
So tell us about the next step. You talked about blanching them. What are we doing with that?
Blanching, we got our water boiling right now. We're gonna have water boiled. Then we're gonna add a little bit of salt.
So a little salt to this? A
little salt to the water. Just gives a little bit of flavor, and it helps the blanch. And then we'll have our tripas. We'll put our tripas in there. And basically we're just gonna cook them off a little bit. We're going to do about between 5 and 7 minutes. It just helps the process to continue cleaning them and help cook them. So when we do stir fry them and all that, it'll be easy to cook.
Perfect. So these are getting happy in here. You've done some already.
Yeah, we've done some already. So
what we're going to do is we're just going to take this off for right now, and when they're done, they're actually going to look like that. So this is a unique thing about this dish, is the next process that you do. So explain a little bit about the process.
So as you can see right now, I got them blanched already, and they're partially cooked. Some people like them soft, and some people like them crunchy. So there's a variety of ways to do it. Still, I would still fry them. So we would put some oil.
So a little oil in the pan. We recommend what type of oil?
Vegetable oil will be fine. Any kind of typical oil you got at home. And we'll put a little bit of garlic. We're going to sweat the garlic a little bit. It just gives it an extra little flavor. About a teaspoon.
Wow.
Just brings that flavor, the aroma.
That's a great smell. I wish you guys could smell this right now. So we just started to sweat our garlic a little bit, and then what's the next step?
Now we don't want to burn it, so we'll start sweating. Then we'll put our tripa in there. And you can hear the sizzling.
So it's real important to get a hot pan so you're able to have that, get some color on there.
Get some color. You want them nice and golden. And the tripas is a delicacy plate. And in my restaurant, when I first started, I didn't really have it. And Hispanics kept asking and asking for it because it's a real delicacy down south. And everywhere you go, you'll find it. And it's something that's like a traditional plate. But also, if you don't cook it right, like I said, it won't taste. And not that many places have them.
So I think one of the unique things about this dish that I look at it is traditionally not everybody uses a whole part of an animal. And here, if you're trying to be more sustainable, you're actually able to use different parts of the animal that most people don't use.
Right.
So how is this looking, Joe?
It's looking really good right now. You can see there's a little bit of browning,
So it's getting some color on there.
This texture right now, for people that like it nice and soft, it'll be ready. There's people that ask, when they go out there, they'll ask either they want them kind of soft or real crispy. The majority of people want them crispy, but there's people that like them, they're chewy, a little bit chewy.
So if I wanted to do street tacos for dinner, I could have these actually blanched off a day in advance.
Yes, you can.
And then I would just have to, right before we're ready to go, just fry these.
Fry them, and it don't take takes a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, if that, just to cook them. Depends how crunchy you want them, how dark you want them. It's a nice golden brown right now we're having it. So I don't know if you can smell it, the aroma of the garlic, and
I can smell it, I'll tell you that, and it smells awesome. So as these are starting to crisp up, do you have a little finishing technique that you like to do?
yeah. And here I got some of my special blend, my own seasoning. I can tell you it's got a little bit of salt, some kind of peppers. I won't tell you my secret. I just add my pepper, my special seasoning. It just gives it an extra, it's not spicy, it just gives it an extra kick.
So Joe hasn't even given me the recipe, so if I want to eat his tacos, I have to go to his restaurant. So how is this looking?
Looking real good.
Is it about done? Did we get that a little bit more crispy?
It's crispy. For people that like them real crispy, basically like a big old crunch. It'll take like a bacon flavor kind of. It's got that nice crunch, nice texture. So you put them in, once they're cooked, you put them in a tortilla. You got that soft tortilla, then you got the nice crunch to it. So it's a real nice combination.
So if they don't know your secret spice blend that you're doing, so could they add like a taco chili seasoning to that if they wanted to?
You can add some different seasonings, some cayenne pepper, some taco, some fajita seasoning. Just season it to your liking.
So these are crisping up really nice. And I'm keeping these moving because if I didn't move these all the time, I'm probably going to get a little burnt.
Yes. So you don't want to leave your pan and go to the living room and do something else, watch TV. You want to keep stirring them so they won't stick and they won't burn.
So how are these looking?
They're looking really good, yeah. And remember, we just put a little bit of oil because then we also got the fatness from the tripas, and then also.
So if you see that, we had a little oil in the pan, and now look at this of how much of the fat from the tripa.
And that's what gives it that extra flavor. That its own juices, its own fat gives it that also that unique flavor the more traditional flavor to it.
So when these are done, does this look good? Yes. So we're going to just put these on a plate because we are going to be putting these together with our tacos. And remember, our barbacoa is cooking right now. This is ready to go, and if you wanted to, you could just keep this warm in an oven.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful. So, look at that.
This has got some juices. I mean, it's nice and crispy.
Well, I can hardly wait to have that. And so we've made the barbacoa.
And we make the tripas now, so.
Awesome. So our the other thing that really goes nice with this, if you want to serve, you can serve them on your tacos. You made some salsas.
Make some salsa. We made some tomatillo salsa. We got green tomatillo, some serrano peppers, and we also made some chile de arbol. That's that pepper right here. So we made two different kind of salsas: a red salsa and a green salsa. It'll complement the tacos really good.
And if you, or if you didn't want to do this, you could use any of your favorite salsas.
Right. Yes, you can make any for your favorite salsas. Yep. A little pico de gallo, or you can put salsa on there. So.
Get in on the action. Prepare for an exciting career in film, photography, animation, and graphics at South Central College. Find out more at southcentral.edu/multimedia.
Historias.
And so tell us, Joe, a little bit about, we're going to make a marinade first?
Yep, we're going to make a marinade from scratch. So we got some onions, some achote paste.
And now, how did you say that again?
Achote paste.
And can you buy that at like a grocery store?
You can buy it in your local grocery store.
Okay.
So a lot of this stuff, it'll be in a Hispanic aisle, Mexican aisle. So we got garlic, we got some cumin, some cloves, a little oregano, a little salt to taste. We got some white vinegar, orange juice or pineapple juice, but we're using orange juice this time. We got a pineapple, fresh pineapple. We got some guajillo chilies and some ancho chilies.
And tell us what these,
Tomatoes.
and what you did, you have these are dried peppers, and you take them in, how do you get them to this stage?
Well, you put them in boiling water, hot water, so you can get them nice and soft. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them up and take the seeds out and all the veins out. So that's basically traditional al pastor tacos.
All right, well, so we have our ingredients, we have our blender, so let's get started.
Okay, we'll start adding the onions.
We'll add our onions in. All right.
While Chef is adding all the ingredients, I'll be cutting the pineapple, tomato, and the chilies. So basically, the pineapples, you just want to cut in chunks. We're going to get blended together, so you don't want big chunks. You want them in smaller sizes, so it'll be easier to blend. Instead, just give it the acidity and give it that extra sweet flavor for these al pastor tacos, which come with pineapple. So.
And Joe, you said a little bit of pinch of salt.
Just
in
a
there
pinch of
will
salt.
work for
Basically,
you?
salt is just a taste. So we got our pineapple cut.
So just all we're going to do is just chop that or dice that up. Does it matter if it's large or small?
It don't matter if it's large or small. Just the smaller the sizes, the easier it is to blend them. Tomatoes, we just cut them in rough size. You don't have to be exact sizes, just easier to blend. So we need a whole tomato. And now I'm going to deseed the chili. So like I said, we soak it for that reason. Get them soft. Drain some of the liquid. And I'm going to show you there's some seeds in these veins, which that's what we're going to take off. We're going to deseed them.
So you soak those in hot water.
Yes.
And how long do you soak those for?
Just a few minutes, just to get. Basically, what we're doing is getting bring them back to life and get them nice and soft to get the seeds off and the veins, just smoother. So we got the guajillo peppers and the ancho.
Is this a spicy pepper?
No, it's not. It just gives the flavor. You can see this one's got the big old seeds there. You don't want to be picking those seeds out from your teeth, so we're trying to get all the seeds as possible. So you get them nice and de-seeded there, some of the veins off.
So basically, what we're doing is this is a marinade. It's going to be a marinade for the meat.
It's going to be a marinade for our pork. So you got them all.
Yep.
And we don't want to. We use some of the juice, the pepper juice. It gives that extra flavor, and that way the sauce won't be too thick.
So you put it in your blender, and one of the things I always say when you use a blender, start it on low at the beginning, so you maybe aren't wearing all the sauce on you. So we're just going to start this on low. And we're just going to blend this till it's all pureed together.
All parade together, exactly.
I call this part I call getting happy. And blending that all together. So we're just going to let that sit for just a minute. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our pork ready. A lot of times what we do here at school, you notice different types of cutting boards. And one of the things that's really important, sanitation. And we don't ever want to get anybody sick. So make sure when you are, the reasons why we have different colored cutting boards is to, if you're raw meat, only on red cutting boards, and product that is cooked on green cutting boards. So, all right, so Joe, tell us what do we have here?
We got some pork loin here, but we also use a pork butt. So
your pork butt would be a little bit better value cut of meat. And then your pork loin or pork tenderloin is going to cost a little bit more money. And Joe is taking some of this, it's silver skin that is on actually the tenderloin, and that is actually a little bit tough. And when you cook that doesn't, sometimes when you have fat on there, you can cook it and it'll go away. But that silver skin, which is, that's what it's called, that's on there, doesn't melt away.
So basically I'm just going to rough cut into dice the meat. Just easier to cook. So I'm just going to cut it up and start dicing it.
So you want what, about a 1 inch to a ½ inch?
Yeah, just
real small?
Small pieces, because basically you don't want to be biting into a big old chunk of meat when you bite into your tacos. So you want a small bite size.
So you notice, Joe, one of the things that we do here at South Central is always, first things we do in the kitchen is good knife skills.
And make sure our knives are nice and sharp. It makes it cutting a lot easier. It makes lives a lot easier.
Oh,
You're not be
that's
struggling.
awesome. So after we get our pork diced, we're going to just add the marinade right to that. And, depends on how much you have. So for right now, we're just going to stir that. We're going to put this pork, we'll just put this back here. We'll finish this later.
You should marinate it. Usually marinate it for about an hour or two in the fridge. So you get a nice flavor of the marinade infused into the meat.
So here you have some that's already been marinated, and you marinated this overnight?
Yeah, we made this last night at the restaurant, so basically it's been marinated for 24 hours.
So the next step is basically we're going to saute this.
Saute it.
So I'm going to get a little hot oil in this pan, and we'll put a little bit of that meat in at a time. And when I saute, one of the things I always want to make sure is I don't overcrowd the pan. Thank you. So I'm just going to break this apart. And make sure when you're at home and you're doing this, have your hood system on. You don't want your fire alarm to go off. But boy, that is looking really good. And make sure always when you're cooking your pork here, you want to make sure it's thoroughly cooked. Beautiful. So this looks done?
Yep.
So this, I'm just going to show you this, is our pork. And when we come back, we're going to put all of our components together on our tacos and have lunch.
Find your future at South Central College, where excellence and affordability add up to real educational value. Find out more at southcentral.edu.
Welcome back, and this is the minute I've been looking forward to all day, is when we can put this together and I can eat a taco. So Joe, tell us what we all have here. From earlier, we made the...
Yeah, we got our barbacoa, we mentioned first segment. Then we had our tripas, and then we just finished with al pastor. And we also got some diced onions, some cilantro, some lime wedges, and some queso fresco. I actually bought this over in Mexico, so I bought it imported from over there.
Doesn't get any more authentic than that.
Nope.
So, and these are traditional condiments that go with a street taco.
Free taco, yep. You don't have your cheese and lettuce for a traditional street taco. This is what you have. So, and you also would have fried onions too.
Perfect. So I guess we have our tortillas, and you can use any type that you wanted. White corn, you could use just your regular corn tortilla.
And or flour tortillas.
Flour tortilla. So we like to heat those up a little bit in a pan. So if you have a pan, all you have to do, or a little griddle, is take that and just heat these up. And they become a little bit easier to work with. Maybe
I traditionally put a little bit of, just a dab of oil and just make it a little.
turn these over. Beautiful. So we're gonna put 3 of these, and we'll on a plate. What I like about this, if you were ever going to be maybe doing a party at home, you could have all your ingredients out, and then maybe your guests could build their own. So you have the barbacoa, beautiful.
Nice portion on there.
We have our tripa.
Yep, our tripa.
I want to make sure I'm saying it right. All right,
And tacos al pastor.
beautiful. We're going to load it up with our onions and our cilantro and our cheese. Can I help you with that a little bit?
Yes.
You go a little onion. You can go with the cilantro.
A little cilantro on top.
Beautiful.
That's why I'm wearing the rubber gloves right now. Then we'll put some queso fresco. It crumbles up, so it's really good.
Beautiful. A lime on each one,
Yep.
or we'll put a lime, maybe a couple here just for garnish. And if you want, you could put a little salsa on there real quick. I love hot salsa, and this is the moment I've been waiting for all day.
He's gonna have the al pastor, and I'm gonna have the barbacoa.
That is awesome.
Very good.